Good evening, dear teachers. This is Meenakshi Narula at Mentoring the Mentors. Once again, I'm here with another teaching strategy that will help you make your classes engaging. Certainly, it will foster student engagement and it's a kind of a formative assessment as well because it helps to have more responsiveness in your classroom. And the strategy is traffic light strategy. We also call it 3 light strategy. I have been using this strategy in my class. I have been for years. And my children, they have been enjoying it a lot. And I, as a teacher, used to get prompt feedback from my students so that I'll get to know what all kind of improvements are required in my teaching style, maybe for individual teachers, individual students, right? So here we are going to talk about traffic light strategies, the 3 lights. So how does it work? Here exactly it is at the beginning of the lesson, at the beginning of the chapter, maybe, howsoever you want to use this strategy. How frequently you want to use it, that depends upon you as a teacher, that depends upon the topic that you are taking, right? Basically, this strategy is there to activate students as the owners of their learning. They share their feedback, whether they are understanding the concept or at what pace they are understanding, how much more clarity is required for them to understand the topic or the content. So here what is happening is at the beginning of the chapter, right, or maybe the top, the teacher shares the learning intentions with the students. Like by the end of the chapter, we will be able to understand so and so topics. It can be like, for example, I am a science teacher. So suppose I am talking about the parts of the plant, parts of the flower, any of the topic let's talk about. By the end of the topic, the child should be able to understand the different parts of the plant, the reproductive parts of the plant, and what are the different parts in the flower. Okay, what is a function of pollen grain, stigma, style, and all other things should be there. Okay, how does it work? So different kind of learning intentions or maybe the objectives, they are defined at the beginning of the chapter, right? And at the end of the chapter, the students, they are told to make either some kind of, you see, with the help of colored pencils, they'll be able to make some dots or maybe circles in front of the topics that are very much clear to them and they're ready to go ahead. They'll be putting a green symbol over there. And the topics that they are, not very clear about it, like, they want some more clarity about those topics. They will be putting a yellow dot over there. And the topics that they want teachers to make them clear, they would be making a red dot over there. So this is how it is to be done. Either, your little children, they can use some different smiley stickers also instead of traffic light. Okay, we can use stars of different colors over there. They can highlight. This is how, the students, they take the onus of their learning, right? Though it is a self-report by the students, how much topic, how much content they have understood. So there is a doubt about the reliability as well. Like maybe the children, they every time they are coming up with green signal, yes, we have understood, fine, because they do not want to discuss. But here comes the role of the teacher. Accordingly, you can plan your formative assessment. If the children, they are clear, they are ready to go ahead with that, you may have some kind of formative assessment, some quiz, some questionnaire, etc. Though there are some variations also in this strategy, we'll be talking about those variations too. So here another variation I'm talking about is a step ahead actually in this strategy. You may ask after that, like reds over here with me, all those students who have marked for a particular question, particular topic as red, those questions should be forwarded to me as a teacher, as a facilitator, and I'll be able to handle those queries. And greens help the yellows. The ones who have put greens over all the topics, it means they are ready to help the yellows who are having some difficulty in understanding the topics. And yellows make sure the greens understand. Yellows, when they are going to the greens for seeking help, they also should come up. Yes, now the topic is clear, or maybe the greens are also not clear enough. They also need some kind of guidance from the facilitator. This is how this strategy works. Now, this another variation is the different colors of discs. You can use, I mean, maybe CDs or maybe the cutouts of the papers. In the beginning of the class, the students, they should be given green discs. Okay, the teacher is going on smoothly and they have kept on the table green color discs. I'm having yellow in my hand right now. So, I mean, like green color disc can be shown. So likewise, what is to be done at the end of the class, or maybe during the class, when the students, they want to ask some question, they will be changing the disk. How will they change the disk? I mean to say, if the disk is having two sides, one side painted red, another side painted green. So at the beginning of the class, on all of their tables, they'll be showing green disk. Okay, it will be there on the table. And as and when they want to ask some question, they are having some difficulty, they will be just flipping the discs to the red side. Okay, so this is how, I mean, without any kind of disturbance or a chaos in the class, the teacher will get to know so and so teacher, so and so students, they are having some kind of difficulty, and they will be able to handle the queries. Right, so this will help you maintain the discipline also in your class. Instead of saying I have not understood, I have not understood, so there can be some kind of rules in the class. So dear teachers, we'll be talking about another variation to this strategy. The third variation is, I mean, in the class, the students can be given paper cups, right? 3 colored paper cups can be used. And in the beginning of the class, they all will be displaying a green cup on their table. I mean, the content of the topic, when the teacher is teaching and the students, they are grasping, means they are understanding it. So during the flow of the chapter, during the content, or maybe different activities when they are going on, discussion is going on, and the students, they feel the teacher's pace is quite fast, right? So they can show the yellow cup. Yes, I mean, they need some more time to understand and the topic to be moved ahead with a slow pace, right? So, and in between, if the students, they would like to ask a question, they can put a red cup on the table. Like any of the thing can be used, either a cup or a desk or maybe some paper cutouts, whatever, I mean, can be visible from a distance, right? Because, you know, in our classes, we are having 25 to 40 students in our class. So that you will be able to get an idea, like who all children are there who want to ask any kind of question, right? Now here it comes, like if a child raises a red cup, means the child wants to ask a question. So here, when the teacher can randomly pick any child, right, it can be using pebble pot praise. That is another activity, that is another teaching strategy. I mean, the students' name, either they are written on the chits or a small pebbles or maybe popsicles, and teacher can pick randomly any student's name who is showing a green cup, or maybe at least clear with the concept, and that student as a peer will take that question and will answer for that particular student, right? So this is how this strategy works. Basically, this technique, that is traffic light technique, it encapsulates two key components: effective formative assessment through engagement and responsiveness. When you do such kind of strategies, students, they are very much engaged in the class. They are responsive to, okay, whenever you are asking them questions, you're engaging them, you are involving them in the class. It's not a one-way flow. Students are not the passive recipients of knowledge or information that is being provided to them in the class. They are the active learners, right? So please, dear teachers, go ahead, use this strategy in your class, and do share your feedback, your responses in the comment section below, right? And if you really like my initiative of sharing these strategies with you, little, I mean, short videos, so that you will be able to watch them at your own pace, not more than 5 to 10 minutes, and you will be able to use these strategies in your classes. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and do share your valuable feedback. Thank you once again from Meenakshi Narula, Mentoring the Mentors.